What's happening, folks, and welcome to another episode of Stars of Tomorrow, an FM20 series where we look at the young talent, or some of the young talent, on Foot Manager, and we see how they get on the course of their careers. Don't forget, if you excited episode, hit the like button down below, subscribe if you're new as well, and check out the Discord and Twitch and Twitter and all that stuff down below as well. So if you want to get a player featured on this series, and you think you found a really top young talent that you think should be showcased to the wider FM community, get in the Discord, and there's a section now specifically for that. Previously it was in the comment section, you made requests, but I find it's easier on Discord because I get a notification bottom of my taskbar that tells me I've been tagged in something. So it's easier to see comments there than it is on YouTube, because YouTube doesn't always update quickly for me. But I'm on the Discord, I can see things a bit easier. I think it's better. It's just better. So yeah, all requests for any top talent that you think should be on the series in the Discord. There's a section in the chat section with full requests. All you do is tag me in it and just say this is the player and the details of who he is and nation and age and position and all that kind of stuff, and club and all that stuff down below. So today's player is Naci Unuvar, a player that we've had personal experience from managing on FM, both I think at Monaco last year and Ajax as well. 17 years old. He's got great dribbling stats, great technique and flair and determination. Player traits: he moves in the channels, uses outside of the foot, and cuts inside from the left wing. Now, unfortunately, you can't sign the first season because he's signed a new contract in 2020. Excuse me. So I've done a scout report on him already for you. I did this already for playing. And he's got 1.5 star current ability, 3.5 star potential, maybe 4.5 star potential. Obviously, they're the negatives. There's not many things to talk about in the pros and cons, really. He's very technical. We knew that already. Can play in two positions, which is obviously, we know that already. Very strong on his right foot and left foot. So I think you can maybe say he's two-footed. He's not far off, is he? To be honest, he can play left wing, as we saw, but also AMC as well. Now, because of the fact he's got good dribbling skills and he's two-footed, you could make an argument for either role, but because of the dribbling skills he has and the trait of cutting inside from left wing, I would play him more left wing if it was me. But then again, you could make him a cam because he's quite natural there. But it depends how much you want to utilise his main traits. So yeah, is there a clause in his contract? There's not a clause in his contract at all. So that's interesting to see. So first jump, folks. Let's go. All right, folks. So he's still at Ajax at this point. He's now 20 years old, listed for loan. The player traits have been updated a little bit. We've now got dictates tempo as well, which should have just doing one. Obviously, very young. This is the key point now in his development. So at this point, he needs first team football, because if you don't play first team football, he won't develop it anywhere near like he can do. But then again, every save is different, guys. So like I say, this is one simulation of a player. Every save is different. I've got a new plan for Wonderkids coming up, guys, to find the best talents. I'm going to sim a few years ahead and then look and see, because right now it's very difficult to guess, because FM is very, very, very dodgy with that kind of things. Like I said to a person in the comment section the other day, you may give me a player that looks really good, but FM might be trash at developing him. So you know what I mean. So that's why I'll find the young gems for you guys. But if you know anybody else, like I said, Discord down below, get involved in there and tag me in it. So 16 dribbling, 18 technique, 16 flair, very nice. I like this guy a lot. For a 20-year-old, he's fantastic. For the injury record, he's pretty much injury free, which is good to see. I like that. The career stats. So I'm guessing he's not played much first team football for Ajax yet. I'm correct, but in the second team, so to speak, he's done semi decent, and he's starting to get into the first team a bit here. So here, it's his first season really. He's got into the first team. He's played 8 games. He's got 4 goals. So he's easing his way in. But Ajax obviously should play him more often, because they've got a policy of playing young talent, developing young talent. So hopefully he gets some football and develops. But then again, these stats don't always tell the truth about how good a player is. I've said before, I've had players with like 10 finishing who score like 15, 30 goals. So it's happened before. Not often, I admit, but it does happen. So next jump, let's continue. All right, folks, he's now moved to Juventus, and we're seeing a steady increase here. A across the board. Not by massive amounts, but there's bits creeping up quite well. Finishing is up to 13. The rest is pretty much the same. Flare, obviously, vision. Mentals will naturally increase, naturally increase a long time. The pace is acceptable for me. We've got the agility, the balance, and the natural fitness is fantastic to see. The player traits we have on them right now are, the new ones are, tries tricks, I think, is the new one we've got on there. So injury record first. I know you guys are very keen to see that. Looks okay to me. Nothing there worrying me at all. History. So Ajax first season got 7. Then they got 9 goals, 10 assists. Then 16 goals and 7 assists. Then this year in the Serie A, he's got 12 goals, 5 assists. Like I said, you wouldn't necessarily be worried about those stats, would you really? Like I said before, these guys can get goals assists without having the stats, about utilising their traits and that kind of thing. But yeah, for how much they paid for him, was it £48 million? Ryzen 58. They're paying for the potential. That's what they've paid for there. They're paying for the potential, I would imagine. They're saying that. I don't know how much he's got more to grow on this. Again, I would check those things on the review. But then again, like I said, once I continue, or in this case, holiday, to get to the few years ahead, every save is different. So, you know what I mean? It makes sense to, it's just every save is different. This guy may be better in your save. So, yeah, I think this guy could get double figures every season. Let's see if he does. Let's see if he can do it. All right, folks. He's still at Juventus, and you can see here the mental stats have skyrocketed, and we're seeing obviously the same technicals and relatively the same physical stats as well at the moment. So the player traits. Oh wow. Yeah, I can't read all those out. That's a hell of a lot of player traits. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. If you could argue it's a good thing because he's quite adept at learning new skills. But then again, I don't know if I want that many on a player. To be honest, it'd be a nightmare to work out. Just jeez. I mean, maybe because he's natural in 2 positions. Maybe that's why they've put, maybe it could be a case that new managers have put different traits on him to a different role. Because he's playing AMC more than a minute. But that's a lot of traits. That's a lot of traits, isn't it? So, history, injuries. I would say not injury prone. Definitely. That's not something I would be worried about with this guy at all. So, first season he got obviously 12 and 5. Then 14 and 10. 15 and 15. 14 and 16. 13 and 6. Regular double figures for goals. The key thing here, I think, is the technique, the composure. Basically, that's what, and also the mental stats, generally speaking, off the ball as well. Like I said, usually, but in the past, I would say 13 finishing. Ooh, not going to get in. But, like I said before, low finishing doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get no goals from them. Clearly here, double figures every season for him. So, £59 million. Did they pay the full fee for him? £55 million they paid so far for him. So, yeah, I want to see if this continues because this guy, I love the mentals. The mentals are fantastic. I think off the ball, vision, flair, decision making, composure, anticipation, they're all there, and they're all. I think these stats here and the technique are contributing more to his goal return than just the finishing stat on its own. Clearly, in my opinion, anyway. So yeah, let's continue. Let's see if he moves club somewhere else, or if he continues kind of double goal figures for Juventus. So right now you can see, guys, he's now 31 years old. Any further will start seeing a drop off in his physical stats. Try and stop at this point because obviously going any further, you will see naturally a player decline in terms of his actual abilities of physical and that kind of thing. I like this guy. I can personally say last year on FM he was fantastic. The manager was brilliant. He had a bit of a iffy period in one of the saves, but we got him through it. He's not injury prone at all. The fee is reasonable as well. We look at the goal return, 14 and 16. So then we've got 13 and 6, 13 and 11, 10 and 7, 9 and 5. It's obviously declining a little bit when he gets older, but regularly I would say on average 13 goals a season you get from him, maybe more if you're lucky. Same for assists as well, around double figures for assists as well. Yeah, I'd say definitely worth signing for a top club. I think he's definitely a player that is gettable by the looks of it. I would say if you can get him earlier you can get him, the better. But keep an eye on him. I think the mental stats alone are fantastic. Good rounded physical stats. Technically, yeah, he's solid overall, but I think obviously get him earlier, you get more out of him. The game will not be as good as you at developing a player, but never mind. That's the way it is, unfortunately. It seems anyway. So thank you for watching, folks. Like I said at the start of the video, if you have got a player you think is a world-class talent and nobody knows about him, let me know in the Discord channel. That's where our requests have to go now. It's just so it's easy. Like I said before, it's easier for me to get notifications on that. It's if I'm not on YouTube, I won't see notifications. But Discord's always open, and if you tag me in it, it's fine. Just tag me in the section where the requests are, and I will reply straight away. It's instant reaction as well. I'll be able to talk to you straight away and give you updates on what's going to happen with that request. So obviously I can't guarantee every player will make it onto this series, because obviously the game doesn't think he's going to be good enough or doesn't develop him. Then obviously there's no point showing. But I will be doing my own requests as well. But your requests will be looked at every single time. I do not ignore them. I look at them, I sim them, and then if they don't work out, I reply to say, hasn't worked out, mate. I do apologise, but that's the way, unfortunately, it might have to go. But I'll do my best, guys. Make sure you pay us a good crack at developing on a video. So, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. And again, check out Twitch, live on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Discord as well, Twitter, all that stuff down below. I'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.